What's going on, guys? My name is Mark and welcome to another episode of MarkFilms TV. And in this episode, we are going to review a Filipino movie titled Smaller and Smaller Circles by TBA Studios and directed by Raya Martin. Is it a hit or miss? Stay tuned, join me, and let's find out. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Mark here, back for another review video. Parang magiging review channel na ata ang direction ng YouTube channel ko, guys. Anyway, I don't see that as a bad thing naman because aside from traveling and doing cinematic stuff, isa sa mga pinakagusto kong ginagawa sa buhay ay ang panonood ng movies. But anyway, like I said on the intro, today we are going to review a Filipino movie, Smaller and Smaller Circles from TBA Studio, which is, by the way, now streaming for free sa YouTube. You will find their YouTube channel link and the movie itself in the description below. So the plot revolves around two Jesuit priests helping NBI to solve a mysterious crime involving a serial killer who apparently have an odious choice of killing his prey. And his prey are actually young men. What's even more chilling is that the serial killer not just murder these innocent men, innocent boys, but also mutilate their body parts. And the worst, deface them from removing their skin from their face. Disgusting, I know, right? So today, I am planning to do a review without spoiling anything. That's my challenge. Anyway, I will not be telling you about the story itself because I'm not here to storytell about the film because I want you guys to watch it yourselves. But instead, I will share you my review or my thoughts of this film, watching it as a piece of art. You know, guys, I've recently started watching films not as, just for the pleasure of watching a movie or as a pastime. But guys, maybe I shall do a disclaimer because I am not a professional movie critic, movie reviewer or something. I don't claim any of that. I'm just here to share you guys about my personal opinion of the film, alright? So if ever you guys disagree, I'm very open for a healthy conversation. So make sure to leave your opinions as well in the comments down below. Alright, so let's get started. So I'll start off this review with the number one thing that I like from the film, and those are the actors. Of course, the notable performance of Noni Buencamino for portraying the role of Father Saenz. Throughout the film, actually, siya lang yung pinagkatiwalaan kong character. I mean, not a single chance that I told myself na maybe he was involved on something, or involved siya sa mga nangyayari. But I never did, thankfully. I think his motivation and strong belief in justice, which is sa simula pa lang ay evident na, is already enough for me na to surrender my confidence and my trust to his character. That he got this and, he can do this. Something like that. On to the second one, and for me, that is, that the film is set on an era during the 90s. Guys, I really like films which are, set on a time few decades ago from now because it is harder to do the production design, right? You need to have low technologies lying around in the background or ginagamit ng character. Because as a production designer, you need to find, old cars for the characters to drive, old telephones for the characters to use, and of course they have to be dressed accordingly. Their fashion, their hairstyle should be matching that era that the movie is supposed to be happening. And considering this film, I think, I'm not so sure, but it is within the low budget or indie kind of film. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think it's on that part of the spectrum. That's why, guys, I praise the production designer of this film for being able to stage payatas during the 90s in a very nice and visually stunning way, considering na he could be getting a little bit of cut of the entire budget. Okay, moving on to the third one. The third one that I like about this film is the plot. Never I have known that there are priests who can assist the NBI in solving a crime investigation. I think this is a first time in Philippine film or Philippine cinema. That is why I think this film is unique because, dabbing onto issues of the Catholic Church which are confidential. That even a cardinal is involved is very controversial, most especially in the Philippines. I also like the subplots which are tackled even up to the last minutes of the film. I think these subplots, although, we know that they are subplots, subplots right, but it's meticulously chosen because it's part of the circle. And for me, they are very open-ended and very mysterious, you know, leaving the viewers with endless ideas to speculate about. And maybe at the end of this video, guys, I will include something that I wanted to share or I wanted to talk about because my mom also talked about this with me. And maybe this is only the part of my video na may spoiler alert, pero I promise it will be at the very end and you can definitely skip it na after we've said everything here, okay? And I'm not sure if it was tackled or maybe na-miss ko lang siya in some part of the film, but let me know, guys, what you think about that as well. Anyway, so these subplots are very nice. You know, there are a lot of stories to tackle behind it, and I hope the producers would, you know, maybe trying to write or produce a sequel to this film. You know, it's quite interesting if they're going to pick up one or two of the subplots and make it like as a starting point for the sequel. I think one of the thing that I wanted to know, if ever there will be a sequel, is why Father Gus or Father Jerome started this laboratory of them, right? You know, it could be another Father Gus and Father Jerome's journey in solving a crime. And for me, guys, I think if there is one thing that I didn't like about this film, and it is the one that I just said, because, you know, we didn't know why Father Gus and Father Jerome are doing this. Like, where are they getting the budget, right? Why are they doing it? What's their purpose? Yeah, I'm quite detached from the fact that it wasn't explained, even though you know it can be explained with a little bit of dialogue or a little bit of scene. I don't know if it was cut from the original release or, you know, it just didn't cut through because it's already 2 hours long, right? But maybe the producers have, you know, better plans for that one. So on to the second last and the fourth one that I like about this film is, of course, the cinematography. This film is such a cinematic masterpiece. The tone, the color grading, camera movements, angles, the lighting, they are all on point. You know, if you're gonna ask me what is the best shot during the film, my choice will be the shot on the start of the climax. You know, when started to pan from the policeman and then slowly glide up to see the spiral staircase, like a never-ending spiral staircase, right? And you know, guys, smaller circles wasn't mentioned in, you know, in any of the dialogue, right? To simply put it, this shot is yung nag-define ng title. It's visually stunning, and if it's a real staircase, I must applaud the person who found that location because it's superb, because it feels eerie, it's 90s, it's never-ending, it sets a very nice tone for the start of the climax. That is why this shot, I think, what the filmmakers visually communicated the title itself, smaller circles. And moving on to the last point that I liked about this film, but not the least, is the sound design. You know, guys, I'm very happy that this film didn't come short of an orgasmic sound design, most especially the film score. You know, guys, before being technical in watching a film, sound design is one of the things that I've, you know, overlooked or taken for granted in the past. You know, when I started learning or doing video editing and filmmaking, quote unquote, I realized na grabe, ang hirap pala talagang humanap ng sound na babagay sa shot mo or sa scene na plano mo, something like that. Even though for me, I'm not doing a real film or a real movie, I'm just doing like vlog or travel film, mahirap pa din. It's still hard to find very nice music that, you know, will perfectly go along with your shots and, you know, that will set the tone, the feel of your movie or your film. That's when I realized a good movie is nothing without a good sound design. Smaller and smaller circles is visually eerie, it's dark, it's mysterious, but on this film, you don't just see it, but the filmmakers, specifically the sound designers, also made you hear it. You hear it from their meticulously composed tracks or sound scores to use on the film. And you know, this reason of having a good design is a perfect last point to wrap up that smaller and smaller circles is a cinematic masterpiece. At least for me, okay? So that's it for me, guys. What do you think and what are your opinions about this film? Did you agree or did you not? Whatever it is, I'm open for a healthy conversation down in the comments below. So just to quickly remind you again, guys, Smaller and Smaller Circles is now out on YouTube. It's live, it's free, it's full movie. But although, of course, TBA Studios would need something in return because they invested a lot of effort, money, and skills into making this film. So there will be ad breaks when you watch the film on YouTube. But I hope guys that we support the filmmakers. Let us watch their advertisements. I know meron din akong mga ads na napanood na 12 minutes long, but let's try to endure it. Isipin na lang natin na commercial siya sa TV, or you're just watching a free TV na may mahabang commercial. Just think about that way. You could also use it like a filler for, maybe you need toilet break, maybe you need to get snacks. Use that moment na lang. So I'm actually not sure how long would TBA Studios would allow these screenings in their YouTube channel, because apparently they have posted a lot of videos, a lot of their films in their YouTube channel. Most of them are their, back catalogs, but it is not that too old, guys. It's only 2 years old, I guess. Once again, I thank TBA Studios because, on this movie, The Smaller Circles, it's kind of like they're challenging the Philippine cinema landscape. And of course, I know they have a little budget, and with the little budget that they have for this film, they've already made an outstanding film. What more if they have big budget, right? Like some of the film companies out there. That's why, guys, right now we are getting it for free. But I hope in the future, once we go back to the old normal, let us support TBA Studios and these filmmakers, because they deserve support on the craft that they are doing. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you again for watching my video. If you haven't done so, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post new videos every week related to travel, lifestyle, food, movies, reaction videos, and anything under the sun. Maybe I would also post another video soon about my life updates here in Jakarta, Indonesia. Oh, before I forgot, guys, so ayun nga, there's this scene in the ending of Smaller Circles, where I forgot the name of the character, but this guy is already telling the truth to Father Gus. So, of course, spoiler alert, guys, spoiler alert. You can stop this video now if you don't want to hear it. So this guy is already confessing the truth to Father Gus, right? So of course, he's telling that Carlos is, a victim of his teacher when he was still, a young boy. It's evident, right, based on the story, that they are sexually molested and abused. So, and at the same time, there is this another scene. Yung scene is pabalik-balik, right? There's this scene with Father Gus while the guy is talking, and then cut in intro to this scene wherein Father Jerome is on a tomb. Nasa lapida siya ni Alex, I guess. And he was really crying. Like, crying crazily. I don't know why, but point one, maybe he was just very emotionally invested to the case, na nung nalaman niya that Alex is sexually abused, and that led him to be a crazy freak doing this crazy stuff. That's why he was crying. Maybe awang-awa siya kay Alex. And then number two, this is a theory that I have. And actually, this theory was introduced by my mom because medyo confused lang siya and she asked me about it. And I was like, very good point yung naisip mo, ma. So this is what she said. Based on her, her theory was Father Jerome is also a student of that teacher. So I'm not sure, maybe he also have the same experience. It could be with the same teacher, or maybe with, another person. Medyo controversial siguro kung from the church. Pero yun yung isang magandang teorya. Kasi parang, for me, why he was crying so hard. Compared naman kay Father Gus na, of course, medyo mas invested dun sa case na, na stab ba siya or anything. Hindi naman siya ganun naiyak or something. So, for Father Jerome, it's more like of a personal level. And there are also scenes in the movie na he was dreaming of something. But we didn't see much of the dream because magulo siya. Para lang siyang black and white. Na parang tumatakbo siya. Parang something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Maybe I just missed some scenes or dialogue na kung sinabi niya na meron nga siyang past experience. But kung wala, it could be a nice theory, or we can like fanboy about it na most probably si Father Jerome meron din siyang experience. That's why sobrang affected siya. So yun lang, as much as possible, I want to make this video spoiler-free. I just wanted to share the theory with you guys. Shout out sa mama ko na siya yung nakaisip niyan. Anyway guys, that's it for me. Thank you for watching this episode. Stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe. Bye! Peace!